Hi, I'm Cassie Reed. I'm a junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm studying criminal justice, and I play softball here.
Hi, my name is Kayla Rokas. I am a junior from Hebron, Indiana. I study kinesiology, and I play softball here.
My name is Kellen Vale. I'm a senior here at CCSJ. I've been a part of the cross-country and track teams all 4 years, and originally from Crown Point, Indiana.
I'll start. My most influential coach in my life had to have been my most recent club coach before coming to college. His name is Mike Jacquez. He was kind of a mixture of both, like really hard on you, holding you accountable, and also, playing around with you and having that fun aspect too. So that had to be most influential coach in my life.
I would say my most influential coach would be my high school basketball coach. His name is Doug Godbolt. And he pushed me not only as a player, but as a person. He taught me the game and life lessons.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So I consider myself to be very lucky because I've had the same set of coaches through high school and college, all of whom have been just pillars of inspiration and mentorship for me. I can't say enough about them. It's probably going to be too long if I start rambling, but Coach Rick Torres, definitely. He's like a second father to me. He's been there through my entire running journey. And he's the one who initially, helped me recognize my passion for running, which I never thought would develop into what it is today. So definitely him. Presently, Jackie Torres, his daughter, she has been so many different things for me over the past 3 years. She's been like a mom figure, a friend, a confidant, a fellow cheese sandwich lover. Like, there's so many ways that we just connect, and she's been an influential piece in creating me into the athlete I am, the person I am, and the woman that I am. So I thank her tremendously.
Okay, the biggest piece of advice I would give to younger girls in sports is never let anyone tell you that you can't do something, because you can do anything you set your mind to. So at a young age, keep pushing, give it your all, give it 100%, and you'll go very far in life.
The biggest... Okay.
So much. But I think some key points of advice I would say is, one, be open to the sport. Whether it's running or whatever you're choosing to do, be open to it and everything that it has to offer, because some things you might not be aware of right away, and you'll look back and think of things that it taught you that maybe you didn't realize in the moment. So be aware, and take it all in while you can, because it goes quicker than you think. And 2, be a student of the sport, for sure. Especially when it comes to running, there's so much that you can learn and research. And I've been doing this competitively for like 10 years now, and I'm still learning every single day new things. So just throw yourself into it and always learn everything that you possibly can, because it's going to help you in the long run.
The biggest piece of advice I would give to younger girl athletes is always push yourself and play every game, every practice like it's your last, because you never know what'll happen
in sports.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, there's a few that I can think of, because unfortunately I'm injury prone to some weird injuries. But there's one in particular when I was a senior in high school, and my training was finally on track, to accomplish my goals of going to state. And the second race of the indoor season, I was running an 800 in the 4x8 relay, and the gun goes off, and like 5 steps in, I kid you not, some girl cuts me off, and I trip, and I sprain my ankle, like really bad. First start of the race, I'm the first leg, and in my head I'm like, okay, I can stop and everybody else cannot run, or I can like try to keep going and see what happens. So I finish my my leg of the race, and my leg is just like blown up to like the size of a watermelon, and I was like, okay, my indoor track season is kind of a bust now. But so that was probably one of the worst moments I had in sports, just because I knew I was a senior and it was such a devastating injury. But it turned out to be pretty awesome, a good story, because the training that I did in the weeks and months following that, I didn't give up. I kind of adapted to the situation, said this is what it is, and I'm going to find a way through it. And I ended up qualifying for state outdoors at regionals after basically only racing through postseason with the length of my recovery time. So it was the worst and the best in a kind of way. So
Okay, so growing up, my mom was a musician and my dad was like the athlete of the family. So I kind of felt pressured in both ways. So growing up, I did both sports and music, like all throughout middle school. Any sport you can think of, I did growing up: soccer, hockey, figure skating, obviously softball, anything like that. But I would say my dad had the biggest influence on me being an athlete today. So he took me to every practice, he was at every game, he was giving me, tips after the games. He really pushed me to be the athlete that I am today. So.
I would probably say my mom. She signed me up for everything and anything from the time I was 3. I did that class at Patty's All-American Gymnastics in Dyer, I think. It was like a hybrid ballet and gymnastics class, and I had this little leotard with a bear on it. So that's my earliest memory of any type of sport, but she always wanted me to be active, and I was happy because she introduced me to every possible option for sports. I played softball, basketball, volleyball, cross country, track, you name it, I was in it at some point, and I probably have a participation trophy from it. So my mom signed me up for everything and made sure that I had options and a choice to make when it came time to finally settle on one. So.
When I was younger, my parents didn't really push me into sports because neither of them had the athletic gene. But my peers were all into sports, so they kind of pushed me and encouraged me to try it out, and I fell in love with the game.
Yes, oh my gosh, there's so many, but one is definitely Emma Coburn. She has been one of my running idols for a long time now. I think she's a great person and a great woman, not just a great athlete. So that's one reason I really look up to her. And she's very humble. She is an incredible athlete with a lot of accomplishments, but she's humble about it, and she's a very tough worker. So I really look up to her a lot for all of those reasons. And then also another professional distance runner, Jordan Hasay, because she actually she lost her mom a few years ago, and I also lost my mom. And knowing that somebody around my age who does what I do also experienced that loss, it kind of helped me to get through mine. And then this past cross-country season, actually, my teammate Grace Dwyer, she gave me a bracelet. I usually wear it every day, but of course today I don't have it. But Jordan did a collaboration with this jewelry company to make these bracelets in honor of girls who have lost their mothers. So it's something that I cherish, and she helps me get through day to day, and not just with running, but with life.
As a teenager. I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm 21. I'd say tenacious, passionate, and funny.
I would say definitely shy, also passionate and driven.
3 words.
Oh my gosh, 3 words, wow. When do I ever have just 3 words? As a teenager, I would say ambitious. Jeez, I don't know. Ambitious, disciplined, and energetic, because I've just always been that way.
So nothing's really changed.
No, not really. I mean, I've grown in other ways, but personality-wise, I think I'm very much the same.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Superman.
I was going to say Spider-Man. That wasn't even an option.
Good. Cake or pie?
Cake.
McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
McDonald's.
Nick or Joe?
Nick.
Nick. I was like, who is that?
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Neither.
Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Dunkin'!
Way,
Let's go!
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Introvert.
All right. Cake or pie?
Oh, cake, 100%.
All right. McDonald's or Wendy's?
Depends. If we're talking fries, definitely McDonald's, but if we're talking dessert, Wendy's Frosty all the way.
Nick or Joe?
Jonas? Joe.
Okay. Chocolate milk or white milk?
Chocolate milk.
skill.
Yes, running is a lifestyle for me. I don't think I could ever willingly give it up. So I'll still be running, shuffling if I have to, but definitely still be kicking it in my running shoes. I see myself coaching, which I'm looking forward to hopefully starting that soon. So running will be part of my life no matter what. And then professionally, I would definitely hope that I am a writer, journalist, something with words.
What's your dream job?
My dream job? A coach and a writer, if I could do anything. Coach, writer. Definitely.
So after graduation, I plan to get my master's degree in physical therapy, and after that, I want to travel, and I don't really know after that, so.
Okay, so I plan on graduating next year in May of 2021, and then I plan on getting my master's degree in social work. And again, like she said, travel as much as I can while I'm young. And I eventually want to move back to Colorado. It's where I'm from, and I love it there. And yeah, as for my job, I'm majoring in criminal justice, and I want to work with kids, but other than that, that's all I know.
Okay, so another piece of advice that I have for young girls, especially in the sport of running, is self-love, which is something that my coach Jackie Torres has really ingrained in me and my teammates in the past few years. And it's so important and overlooked a lot of times, because especially in the sport of running, there's a particular body type that people tend to think you need to have to be successful or to be run the times that you want to hit, and it's just not true. People think that this rail thin, all skin and bones body type is you have to look like this to be a good runner, and you don't. If you're naturally like that, that's great, but you don't have. It's not healthy to have this idealized version of a body type in your head. I just don't want young girls to ever look at themselves and compare themselves to the girls around them and say, I'm not good enough because of what they look like. Because it's not true. It's good to be strong, and it's good to develop yourself in the natural way that your body goes. So never compare yourself to other people, and always love who you are, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, and you're going to be a better person and a better athlete for it.